Sinchu versus Dylan to see who's going to be the first winner out of the set here.
In blue, Sinchu. All the Korean players will be in blue. The Weekend and Kix. Dylan in red on top. Let's see, we are waiting for now. Comes down on logs. Seems like we are starting the fight right now.
Offensive Infernal Dragon by Sinchu, and it's going to be an interesting way to start off.
Yep, probably thought he does not have the best starting hand. Just wanted to throw that out of the way. Go back to 10 Elixir.
So he goes to the Electro Wizard. Going to take care of that quite well, but a very nicely valued poison right there. And it's at least the Electro Wizard down. And see, the Valkyrie does come on, and it's becoming very, very strong. The initial attack speed of attacking much, much quicker as soon as it is summoned, that adds so much value to the Valkyrie. And even with the increased HP, it just has so much utility. And there you go, and you're going to see the first Valkyrie of the night here, and we expect to see much more.
And a Prince to respawn. An easy one. Minor actually do tons of damage, but this Giant is pretty healthy. And lands the first punch, and the second one will continue to hit.
The Electro Wizard is definitely slowing it down. The last punch will not come through with the Electro Wizard shocking that away. And the P.E.K.K.A now is on the run. Can it make it through? This log will come through, trying to stop it in time.
It's a shield off first, and the third will take it out, but P.E.K.K.A goes down at the same time.
Very well calculated there by Dylan. Of course, the log being thrown out at the Mega Min. Just classic there.
Because he knows, he only saw 6 cards, but still, he kind of knows that there are not that many small ones to take out. He just wanted to have the best cycle for the next upcoming cards.
Just seems like the classic double Prince deck along with the Giant, and we've seen this many, many times. Something new is being definitely brought out from the side of Sinchu more than anything, but Dylan is going with the classic here.
Yeah, it's a little change with the log. Just thinking about the Rascals coming in from Sinchu possibly. So Dylan changed it up with the log, but everything else still stays the same.
Definitely will not see anything different from Dylan. It's something that we completely expect. I feel like Sinchu is well aware of that, and see what he can do with this, because the Infernal Dragon once again coming through with the double Prince now charging in from Dylan. How much damage can he get out of this one?
How well can Sinchu defend this one? Valkyrie goes down with the Prince.
Great.
Does so much damage. Even Electro Wizard stop just in time.
It's really the value getting out of that Valkyrie just right there, and so much being done. Get out of there, and the poison even taken down. The Infernal Dragon is still free, so if that is not stopped, you're going to see a lot of trouble. The Dark Prince is definitely going to be able to just tank it away. So you see it go down.
Double Prince does come. P.E.K.K.A has to be dropped down, but the Giant will be pushed by the Princess right behind it. Does go down. How are you going to deal with this next push incoming from Sinchu, though? Yeah,
the P.E.K.K.A really unstoppable there, taking all the damage from the 2 Prince, and just really cycling poison now more than anything. Not really expecting a hit from the P.E.K.K.A, but the Minor just trying to help out with that. But very nice. Yeah, but very nicely reacted by the side of Dylan with that Dark Prince on the summon. Valkyrie once again very nicely done.
Charge damage as well.
Takes an extra hit with that buff that it got with the extra HP, and that's what you're getting with the Valkyrie in terms of value. And we're gonna go back to the cycle now, and 233 on the board, and Fireball, Poison, everything is ready. He's got the Minor as long as it's not reacted, and that's gonna be the misprediction coming from the Electro Wizard by Dylan, and Sinchu cleanly picks up that game 1 and is looking.
We'll see as we still have the same ban cards. Dylan expecting Rascal from game 1. Sinchu did not use it. Tombstone, and Sinchu shakes his head a little bit at the moment.
Just thinking what it could be. It's really hard to tell, but the Lava Hound tells a bigger story now. Without the balloon, it definitely will not be the Lava Balloon combo. So what he puts behind that Lava Hound. Interesting here, but say very nicely done. Rascal just taking care of the Infernal Dragon for now, but you know, Expo really being targeted away. Get a few hits now. Even the Tesla being planted. He's gonna go all in by the lightning. That is a big counter towards Dylan's side. Sinchu only getting about really 1,000 damage before anything was done there.
Sinchu does have the Rascal Girl to take care of those pups a little bit, but it's not going to do as much as damage you would think. That's a good counter.
Yeah, but it was a heavy investment by Sinchu, putting that Tesla right next to the Expo. Instead of defending against the Lava Hound, meant that he was going to go all in there. But
which means that he still has those Teslas. The Rascal has to be dropped as a defensive tool this time against the Minor and the ones coming in with the minions.
Expo on the right side this time, just trying to go for the shots if he can. But the Valkyrie on defense now for Dylan, and See what we can make out of this. Still the extra HP from the Valkyrie doing so well, and the Rascal girls doing their part to make sure they tank up the Infernal Dragon melting point there.
Which is not the favorite move, I would say, from Sinchu, because once a lightning spell comes down, it seems like Dylan does not even want to use it. He's going to burn this tower down all the way to 0. He wants to have the lava push to the side, because I was possibly thinking maybe Dylan could just use the lightning and do the damage to Expo and the tower together, because he's been attacking onto the right side.
But eventually he already lost 1,000+ damage already from the Expo before he could even have a chance to use it. So I get his point of really feeling like that 6 elixir use is not the best of here, but Lava Hound, he's just going to go for all in on the left side. And the Tesla, just a wonderful defense against this level 1 legendary card, the Lava Hound.
And also defensive Expo for some time, and this push, it seems like a very heavy push,
really
will be defended
very nicely, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that one, and no one's going to complain about the defense that Sinchu had put out on that one. 1179 for extremely heavy push. We saw out there once again a Tesla use. Very nice. The Valkyrie even being tanked away by the Ice Golem, no problem whatsoever. Even the Miner having a hard time trying to do at least decent damage to the left tower there.
Can he finish off this set? I think if the answer is yes, then that's 100% guaranteed. With the lightning spell, not enough damage to the tower as well. It's going to be 1 tower down of Dylan and takes game number 2. Brings a set to the team for SANDBOX.
Even cleaner than game 1 was game 2 for Sinchu, and starting from last week, man, and coming from game 1 here.
Such intense music.
That's what you get when you get to the legendary arena, Arena 12. For the 3.8K and above.
Precisely.
The Golem deck, classically, starting us off here.
Prince, the exact same. A little bit faster for Kix.
Yeah, it's gonna get that jump start here, so the Prince Tower gonna help out just a little bit, as if that makes a difference.
Got a Tombstone ready, but even the Rage smells, so Kix actually wants to push all the way out. Electro Wizard does go down, so Infernal Dragon will be doing a lot more damage now.
Okay, offensive Rage being used there by the ROCK+Jahouiz, and Kix had a really good defense off, and had a good time here, and the Infernal Dragon still
no contest for Infernal Dragon's the balloon.
Okay, the
Let's
balloon
see if
is
that
right
actually goes all the way in.
Only
an Infernal Dragon, no defense, charges into the tower as well.
The Prince is still doing a
Tower's
lot
going
wrong,
straight
even with a
down.
drop. That is a huge push right there from the ROCK+Jahouiz.
Look at the Infernal Dragon has been there the entire game for a minute or more.
Oh my goodness, that's a long surviving
no
dragon
defense?
right
This time, okay, let's have to zap. It was going to do 2,000+ damage if it was not contested.
Very nicely done there. We saw the Infernal Dragon on defense for Beaver+Khani just being used to knock out the balloon, but the Prince was left free to do all the charge and the damage coming through. Even that Graveyard just basically desperately getting away that 3 elixir just to stop the charge from the Prince. But once again, the Golem is already here and still doing so much work now as it already gets down to 1498 on that first explosion.
Kix just having an easy time. No real threat onto the Infernal Dragon has been the real way, because the Mega Minion was holding a great line of defense for Kix.
And look at the defense that coming in from the ROCK+Jahouiz is so perfectly done. And 24-28 on that push, are you serious?
Barely nice some scratches on it.
Literally.
And Chris actually goes far beyond this time.
Okay.
It's a big problem for SANDBOX to come back, but Kix having another great push. Poison will be doing some damage with the Rage.
Defensive Rage right there, very nicely done to make sure it gets all the damage done. The Lightning being used a little bit abruptly there, and how much did he get out of that one? But that's a lot of elixir used just to get a few of the low HP units out.
Kix, all they have to do is defend for the next 20 minutes, and they will take the first win in this 2v2.
There we go. We're going to see this come through. The Electro Wizard now trying to do some work, but the offensive Rage for Beaver+Khani, this is going to be their last push to try to get 1997 damage out, but how are we going to see this work out? The poison, very nicely done. Nothing for them to do. Just a celebratory rocket kind of acknowledging that they have lost that game, and we're going to go to game 2 with Kix looking very good to get out. Game 2 begins between these two teams.
Golems with Prince push was the beginning and the end of the story for game 1.
Feels good, man. That +1 elixir trade right there. The Ice Spirit compared to the Fire Spirits there.
It was a little bit too early and misses onto the Tombstone. So this time the Night Witch, a little switch from KIX. Poison comes in for SANDBOX to do damage onto the Night Witch as well as the Bats. Magic Archer.
Okay. Night Witch is still safe. Just survived that poison, so it's still gonna summon all the bats. That's gonna be really annoying, but I'll see. Bats coming through it, along with the bat that has been summoned from the dying Night Witch, but...
Well, that was close. Coming in at the angle. Sometimes the Magic Archer actually activates the King Tower, and that was a close attack.
So the Inferno Dragon surviving here, a predictive log maybe, but it's just something like a cycle more than anything. The Ice Spirit just there to freeze up Inferno Dragon so it doesn't melt their own units over time. See the Prince being the accompaniment to the Golem for Beaver+Khani here, compared to the Night Witch being the one backseat driver for the side of the Rick and
The Rage drops straight in. See how far it connects. Inferno Dragon did lock in from the push. That's one.
Hey, but we're gonna see the second drop. So we saw the Inferno Dragon just connecting there, only to Golem and really not putting the damage onto the balloon, which got enough damage done for 2 drops. And we know that means basically the end of your tower when the Golem is still pushing along that direction.
Rage was just in the right time to have everything pushing in. Their Golem already crossed the bridge without taking too much damage.
Okay, look at the Night Witch without a Golem in front. We'll see what that means because...
Lumberjack right behind them, so Prince. And the Rage will be dropping for the Golem to push in. There's a clone right now dropping in, and Zivin has to use the Zap. Defense, the Fireball comes in, does the damage to all the units as well. Golem still survives.
All in push now. It's going to be seemingly the last one to come through. 633. As we see the guards still trying to just get it out. 330 out of 5. Barely survives their tower, but the Lumberjack is still ready to put another series of rage there for
Looking at the attack right now,
allies.
it seems like KIX does not have anything like the rocket to actually bring down the tower. They are pushing all the way in. Still
but the Magic Archer got a few hits through the Inferno Dragon. We thought that would have been very close, and 155 is going to be just the cue for the ROC&JAHOUIz to push forward. But we're going to see the Dark Prince doing some type of work, but otherwise, no big threat there. We're going to be seeing the left side tower push now for side of SANDBOX.
Would say we're about even, slightly in favor of SANDBOX, of course. They're going straight for the 3 crowns clones. And the Rage for SANDBOX. Let's see the race. All the way in. The balloon is going straight into the tower, though.
No
defense. This is a big problem. Balloon gets one more hit. That's going to be it.
Yeah, man, that's going to be the second drop. Barely the King Tower even being touched from the side of SANDBOX, and get a very nice push on that one. Potentially the last match for Beaver+Khani if they can get the win. Feels good, man.
Ice Spirit. The Ice Spirits. The barrel.
Okay.
Which we thought we were going to see at least once today.
This is a Japanese deck. I think we are going to get this. We're going to get
the
this.
Dark Goblin, yes. Exactly the same one.
The Princess along with the Dark Goblin feels great, man. Because this is going to work out tremendous. Even the Lightning, nothing for them to do now. Even had to zap it away. So 8 elixirs used on that sequence. Really got nothing out of it.
Inferno Dragon still survived. That's the real problem for KIX. Lightning does not take it out, certainly.
So much elixir now available for Beaver+Khani just to go on the aggressive push here, and the bats are even trying to help out. The Dark Golem just going to work. A second one just to make sure it stays alive. And
this first one was actually a little bit greedy, I would say. The second one, a lot better placement.
Okay, look at this.
Comes in with the barrel, perfect timing, so Prince has to deal with it.
I don't think the ROC&JAHOUIz, they don't have a single log in their deck. And this is going to be a huge problem, as that's the main potential in trying to defend against these double Goblin barrels from the side of Beaver+Khani.
They just not have it.
Oh my goodness.
Poison from SANDBOX works it perfectly. They need to do some chip damage to finish off.
Complete miss in the deck composition for the ROC&JAHOUIz. If you don't have the log against this deck, you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah, we did see a zap. Lightning spell. Even if you have the zap, you can't really take those out, so. Even
the Princess is still right here to play, and even needs an extra elixir for the Ice Spirit to wipe it down. He has to go for all here. The ROC&JAHOUIz, they have nothing else but to go for a golden push, hoping it gets 3 crowns. But otherwise, we're going to see tower going down left and right for the side of Beaver and Khani if they can play this correctly.
Let's see how well this Inferno Dragon works. I think it was spawned a little bit early and doing poison, doing massive damage. The raise comes in, bound for the kicks.
We see this, the lightning being done to clear out the waves, but nothing doing as we see. Just a very easy Dark Goblin still surviving and doing all the defensive work. Now they have plenty of elixirs to make sure they get everything done here. Even a single stab coming from the Goblin Barrel is going to be doomsday trouble for the side of KIX team.
They don't even focus onto the right tower anymore. For that left, doing so much damage with the everything onto the bats.
352 now on the right side tower. They have to go for 3 crowns. The ROCK+Jahouiz for KIX team, unless we're gonna see just a complete turnover, and we're gonna go to overtime in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, with the explosion damage, we'll get the tower, but they have a lot more spells. SANDBOX has a poison. They can just throw anything. They surely with the rocket over that damage, and they will finish the set and the match by taking the 3rd game.
What a way to finish there, just hiding that rocket until the very end. SANDBOX looking very good, using that Japanese deck to their advantage, and you know, if you get beat by it, just use it against your other team.